What if your software could not only tell you the best action to take, but actually go and do it? Imagine asking an AI to research a competitor, and while you are focused on your top priorities, it autonomously scans the web, compiles a competitive report, schedules a strategy meeting, and sends out calendar invites to your entire leadership team. Welcome to the world of Agentic AI. I am Akhil from Monetizely, and in this video, we are going to break down one of the most important transformations happening in enterprise software today. Because this isn't just another AI wave. It's not just smarter chatbots or better co-pilot. This is about AI that doesn't just think, it acts. That shift from reactive to autonomous is what defines agentic AI. Let's back up for a second. To really grasp the significance of agentic software, we need to understand the journey software has taken to get here. In the 1960s, IBM introduced time sharing on mainframes. Powerful, but only accessible to large institutions. Then came the PC revolution in the 1980s and 90s. Now, you had software on every desk, but it was still local, licensed, and often painful to install. By 1999, Salesforce launched a radical new model, SaaS. No more floppy disks or CD-ROM. Just log in from your browser. By the mid-2000s, Amazon Web Services made infrastructure self-serve. Suddenly, anyone could build scalable apps, and SaaS exploded. But even SaaS had bottleneck. You, the user, the human, was still in the loop, clicking buttons, triggering workflows, and making decisions. So, in the 2010s, we got RPA, robotic process automation. RPA let bots automate repetitive tasks, clicking through UIs, copying data between systems. Companies like UiPath and Blue Prism made it possible to mimic human actions on a screen. But RPA had a fatal flaw, its rigidity. Change the layout, it broke. Add a new rule, it simply failed. Ask it to make a judgment call, just forget about it. And then came the breakthrough. November 2022, ChatGPT was released. And suddenly, we had natural language interfaces. LLMs could write, summarize, translate, and explain. We entered the generative era. And let's be honest, it has been impressive. But generative AI is still fundamentally reactive. You ask, it answers. You prompt, it responds. But what if AI could go further? What if AI could perceive what's happening in real time, plan a sequence of steps, take actions across systems, and then learn from the outcomes? That is the core of agentic AI. Agentic AI doesn't just generate ideas, it pursues goals. It doesn't just complete tasks, it manages them. It doesn't just respond, it takes initiative. Let me give you a very simple example. Generative AI is when you ask, write a professional email declining tomorrow's meeting. Now, it gives you a nicely written draft. You can review it, you hit send. Agentic AI is when you say, I need to cancel tomorrow's 3 p.m. meeting. The agent looks at your calendar, identifies the meeting, checks who all are attending, analyzes the context, writes the email, taking into account the tone, the stakeholders, the urgency, proposes 3 alternate slots that work for everyone, sends the message, tracks responses, and then updates the calendar automatically. Now, that's not just automation, that's autonomy. So, how does it work? Most agentic AI systems follow a 4-step architecture: perceive, reason, act, learn. Let's break that down. Step 1, perceive. The agent gathers information from its environment: emails, files, APIs, databases, logs, web data, anything it can use to understand the context. Think of this as input gathering, just like a human reviewing a task brief. Step 2, reason. This is where the large language model comes in. The agent parses the inputs and decides what to do. It breaks the goal into subtasks, plans a sequence of actions, and decides which tools or APIs to use. Some agents use chain of thought prompting, others use external planning modules or vector memory. The point is, they don't just react, they formulate a plan. Step 3, act. Now it executes. The agent makes API calls, sends messages, queries database, opens browser tabs, submits forms. It performs actions, not just recommendations. This is what separates it from co-pilots. Agentic AI systems intervene in the environment. Step 4, learn. After acting, the agent observes the outcome. Was the task successful? Was the user satisfied? Did something break? Some agents fine-tune themselves over time. Others log experience for post-analysis. The point is, agents adapt. These 4 steps form a loop: perceive, reason, act, learn, and then repeat. That is the agentic feedback cycle. So what does this unlock? Let's take customer support. With generative AI, you can answer FAQs. With agentic AI, you can actually resolve issues, check order status, trigger refunds, update inventory, email customers, log everything in the CRM. Or in legal, companies like Harvey are building agents that don't just summarize case law. They draft contracts, manage red lines, recommend negotiation positions, and then file documents with compliance teams. In user studies, 97% of lawyers preferred Harvey's output over GPT-4 alone. That's not about better language. It is about better process. So let's zoom out. Why does this matter for product teams, for business leaders, for investors? Because agentic AI changes the role of software. Traditional software, you use it. Generative AI, you interact with it. Agentic AI, you delegate to it. That shifts how we design software, how we sell it, how we price it, and then how we measure success. Agentic AI doesn't fit neatly into our old software categories. It's not just another SaaS product. It is not a plugin. It is a digital workforce. It is a set of autonomous workers that operate 24/7, and that has serious implications for risk, for cost, for control, and most importantly, for value. And make no mistake, the market is already shifting. In September 2024, Salesforce launched Agentforce, their AI agent platform. In October, it rolled out to all enterprise customers. Microsoft is baking agents into Office. Google's Gemini 2.0 is built explicitly for agent orchestration. Startups are raising billions for agentic AI platforms. Gartner reports 19% of enterprises are making significant investments in agentic AI. Another 42% are experimenting cautiously. By the end of 2025, 85% will be using some form of agentic automation. And if you are not thinking about it, someone else in your category probably is. Look, this is not hype. It is a shift in how work gets done. We are moving from software as a tool to software as a teammate. The real question is, will you build with agents? Will you compete with them? Or will you be replaced by those who do? In our next episode, we will break down why agentic AI is already being deployed. We will look at funded companies, active use cases, and the industries undergoing real transformation right now. If you care about staying ahead, you will want to see that. My name is Akhil, and this is the Agentic AI series, and we are just getting started.